friends, welcome back to video 2 of our reading of Dream It, Believe It, Manatee Patty. And in this video, I'm going to be reading chapters 3 and 4. Video 1, I read chapters 1 and 2. And so today in video number 2, we're going to read chapters 3 and 4. Now, if you remember when you left me, my dogs, Sparky and Biscuit, were sitting near so that they could hear the story too. Let's check and see if they're still listening. Let's look at them. Let's take a peek. Let's move down here. Oh, there's Sparky. Sparky's still listening. He's enjoying the book. And then there's Biscuit. Now, Biscuit's older. He's almost 15 years old this summer. And so he likes to snooze a little in and out. So let's go ahead and begin. Oh, look here. Hi, Sparky. Sparky got up. And so he's wanting to listen. He's wanting my attention. Does your dog ever want your attention? Look at him. He wants my attention. Okay, Sparky, go listen. We're going to read. Okay, chapters 3 and 4. Let's begin. Let me share my screen with you so that you can see the book. Remember, I want you reading along as you're listening to me. It really helps you to comprehend the story better and understand it more. Chapter 3. It's quite clear why Manatee Patty evolved into a child environmentalist. Her father, Christopher Mann, is a biologist, and her mother, Maggie Mann, is an employee of the Manatee County Public Library System. In 8 years, she has had opportunities and experiences most children her age would envy. With her brain brimming with knowledge and her heart filled with compassion, her desire to protect all the animals in the world and conserve our environment is almost as natural as breathing air, clean air. Manatee Patty inherited her dad's blue-green eyes, slim stature, higher than average height, and scientific curiosity. She recalls the time when her dad told her they both have enchanting eyes that appear to change from green to blue, or vice versa, depending on the color of clothes they wear. To this day, after she gets dressed, she looks in the mirror to determine if the hue of her eyes resembles the grass or the sky. Following an entertaining journey laden with songs and laughter, Manatee Patty and her dad arrive at Bradenton Beach, unload the car, and carry their belongings to their favorite spot. I love coming to the beach with you, Dad. Me too. Some of the most enjoyable times in Bradenton have been spent right here with you and your mom. I have an idea. Let's go sit near the edge of the water, just enough to get our feet wet. Now, close your eyes. Listen as the tide rolls in and out. Imagine the ebb and flow of the water gently rocking you, just like you were as a baby in my arms. Do you feel the balmy breeze as it brushes your hair, as waves crash? Listen to the happy chatter of children playing on the beach and the cries of the seagulls as they dive into the water for an afternoon snack. Let's dream about our manatees swimming peacefully in the water, safe, happy, and carefree. You know I prefer having beautiful dreams and pictures with my dream catcher in my hand, but closing my eyes and listening to the sounds of nature is pretty special too. Yes, it certainly is, my Manatee Patty. Well, I don't know about you, sweetheart, but I'm hungry. Come on, let's open the cooler. Let's see. Mom sent cheese, yogurt, Florida's finest oranges, and of course, Maggie Mann's marvelous muffins. Yum. After they finished eating, her dad said, I was just thinking about some of the trips we've taken over the years with your mom. What are some of your favorites? I love seeing our West Indian manatees and sea turtles at Biscayne National Park. It was so beautiful. And in the Everglades, I remember being terrified of the Florida panther and the American crocodile. I always worried about my manatees being safe there. Isn't that where you worked one summer in college? Yes, I really enjoyed it. I was always fascinated with marine life, so it was a perfect fit. Manatee Patty begins filtering the sand with her fingers and added, I enjoyed visiting the Sea Turtle Center on Jekyll Island and watching the staff treat the injured turtles. I keep forgetting why they used honey and honeycomb to treat the loggerhead's injuries. Because, my young scientist, it's a natural, inexpensive, and effective way to treat infections. The staff works tirelessly to rehabilitate them and release them back into their natural habitat. So many rescue operations rely on donations to stay afloat. I guess it's kind of like what they do in Bradenton at the Parker Manatee Aquarium with our injured manatees. That's why I donate part of my birthday money to them. When did you decide you wanted to become a biologist? With his eyes gazing intently on the water, Dad explained. Many years ago, when I was about your age, I saw a manatee get injured by a boat propeller. It made me sad and angry at the same time. I realized then the importance of encouraging others to join the cause of protecting wildlife. Well, Dad, we must be doing a much better job of protecting my manatees. I'm so glad they're finally off the endangered species list. Now they're considered threatened instead of endangered, Dad explained. It's because people have been made aware of environmental hazards causing injuries and even death to our manatees. However, we must ensure that people don't get complacent about their protection simply because they're no longer considered endangered. I understand, Dad. My mission to protect my manatees will never stop. Don't we have laws to protect our animals? Yes, we have U.S. conservation laws such as Endangered Species Act and the Marine Mammal Conservation Act, helping to define the United States stance on conservation. What's your favorite thing about your job at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Dad? Dad answered, I enjoy teaching people about the importance of conserving and protecting endangered and threatened species and their habitats. I also make certain they are adhering to the laws set forth by the Endangered Species Act. You know, I'm already following in your footsteps, Dad. I'll do everything I can to protect animals in our world. I know, Manatee Patty, and it warms my heart. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot, Dad. I've got something to show you. Mr. Kyle gave me this new dream catcher this morning. It's small enough to take anywhere. It's beautiful. The tiny feathers remind me of our aquarium ocean, and the minuscule shells are the color of our sand. Mr. Kyle is one thoughtful friend. Gosh, I can barely keep my eyes open. I think I'll take a cat nap and dream about them roaming in Africa. Get it, Dad? It's a play on words. I understand you extremely well, my Manatee Patty. Our beach is the perfect place to give your new dream catcher a trial run. Don't forget, you're going with your mom to the library later this afternoon. Thanks for reminding me, Dad. I've been looking forward to it. And Manatee Patty smiles and she closes her eyes, and images of Africa magically appear. See, here's her dream catcher again right there. The one Mr. Kyle gave her. Here's a leopard. Look at that beautiful picture of the leopard. Here's a lion cub. Look at that baby lion. 15 minutes later, Manatee Patty arouses with a smile. She notices that her dad is beginning to gather their belongings. Hi, sweetheart. Did you enjoy your cat nap? Manatee Patty responded. I certainly did. As always, my dreams were magical. It's as if I am dreaming and believing I'm with Aunt Brayley. I can see what she sees. It's wondrous. Dad said, you are one special young lady. By the way, it's about time to head home. You and your mom will be heading to the library before you know it. Chapter 4. Manatee Patty summons her mom the moment she and her dad return from Bradenton Beach. Hey, Mom, Dad and I are back. What time are we going to the library? Her mom replied, welcome back. Did you two have fun? I am in the kitchen preparing a roast for the oven. I'll be ready to leave in about 30 minutes. Manatee Patty takes a seat at the kitchen table and watches her mom as she races about in one of her favorite rooms in the house. Her mom's strawberry blonde curls are escaping the bun atop her head, and her sky blue eyes are focused on the cutting board as she chops the vegetables. Her high-speed gait supports her ability to get numerous tasks accomplished in a short amount of time. Maggie Mann is always on the move. Everyone who knows Margaret Maggie Mann will tell you she's one special lady. She's spiritual, nurturing, intelligent, thoughtful, and compassionate. Reading is her passion. In fact, she began reading at 3 years old. and read the newspaper to her parents when she was 5. It's not surprising that Manatee County's favorite librarian shares her love of reading and her wealth of knowledge with her family, friends, church, and community. Quite often, when Maggie goes to the library to catch up on work on Saturdays, Manatee Patty accompanies her. She finds out about new book arrivals before most of her friends, and this happens to be one of those weekends. After arriving at the library, Manatee Patty and her mom head in separate directions. Enjoy your reading, sweetheart. I'll be in my office if you need anything. Okay, Mom. I'll be in the children's science area when you're finished. Don't worry. I'll enjoy reading about my manatees, especially Snooty. I still can't believe he's gone. Her mom added, I know. He was a big part of so many lives for generations. He was blessed with a long, happy life. By the way, we have several new books about wildlife in Africa, and Manatee Patty spots a new book about endangered species in Africa. How perfect. She certainly wants to check it out and show it to her Aunt Braley when she comes to visit. She pauses, smiles, and her dad's statement echoes in her mind. We must do our part to protect our animals and conserve our natural environment for future generations to enjoy. While rooted in the thought, she notices her new classmate, Bobby Dayton. Out of the corner of her eye, he's in a wheelchair and appears to be struggling to reach a book. Manatee Patty hesitates to help him at first because she's unsure about how he might respond when someone offers him assistance. Bobby? Manatee Patty asked. Would you like some help getting that book? Thanks for the offer, Bobby replied. But I think if I back up, get my chair a little more to the right and closer to the shelf, then I'll be able to get it on my own. Great, you got it, Bobby. I really like that book. I read it a couple of weeks ago. You must care about protecting our endangered species too. I just love manatees, marine life, endangered species in Africa, and other places in the world for that matter. I've loved manatees since I was in a stroller riding through the Parker Manatee Aquarium. Yep, Bobby said. I like manatees too. I can't learn enough about them. By the way, what's your favorite critically endangered species? Manatee Patty responded, the Diceros bicornis. I like the black rhino too, Bobby said. Wow, I'm impressed, Bobby. How about your favorite endangered species? Elephas maximus indicus, answered Bobby. Manatee Patty proclaimed, oh, I love the Indian elephant too. They are so majestic. Can you tell me the name of an animal that was recently changed from endangered to threatened? Yes, Tricharis manatus. I know you know this one, Manatee Patty. Manatee Patty answered, North American manatee or West Indian manatee. You know almost as much as I do about threatened and endangered species. Brilliant minds think alike. By the way, how do you and your family like Bradenton? Do you have brothers and sisters? We like it so far. We just moved from Tampa, so we didn't have to move very far. I don't have any brothers and sisters. Neither do I, Manatee Patty pointed out, and I kind of like it that way. I have a dog named Sophie. We rescued her 3 years ago from the Humane Society of Manatee County. It's a no-kill facility. Bobby replied, I do think a little brother or sister might be fun. I have a rescue dog named Britt. I got him right after my accident. He's a 2-year-old Brittany Spaniel who rarely leaves my side. Manatee Patty inquired, I hope you don't mind me asking, but why are you in a wheelchair? I don't mind at all, Manatee Patty. A couple of years ago, I was riding with my dad in a car, and we were hit by a man in a truck who was speeding and ran a red light. We were broadsided on my side of the car. The accident caused my spinal cord injury, and I can't use my legs, but at least I can use my arms, and my memory is still great. The glass is always half full in my mind. So sorry that happened to you, Bobby. You're so smart and have such a great attitude, too. Wow, I can't believe we're in the same third grade classroom with the terrific Mr. Timberlake. We have the same mission in life. By the way, have you heard about the Manatee Elementary Science Club? Mr. Timberlake is our sponsor. We have a meeting on Monday. Want to come? I'll ask my mom when she comes to pick me up. That'll be great. Did you know I want to be a photojournalist someday and travel the world just like my Aunt Braley Patricia Mann? You know what? I'm named after her. I figured as much, Bobby said. But why does everyone call you Manatee Patty? My last name is Mann. I was born in Manatee County, Florida. I'm a walking encyclopedia of manatee facts. Perhaps someday I'll just go by MP or just Patty. Only time will tell. Bobby said, your nickname makes perfect sense to me. I'm going to look at a few more books and then wait for my mom in the foyer. I'll see you on Monday morning. That sounds great, Bobby. Bobby leaves the library smiling. He realizes that when you are new in town, it's remarkable to make friends with someone who is kind, intelligent, fascinating, but most of all, passionate about manatees, wildlife, and our environment. On their journey home from the library, Manatee Patty shares every detail with her mom about the visit with Bobby, their shared interest, and his optimistic outlook on life. Manatee Patty is eager to attend Manatee Elementary Science Club meeting after school on Monday and hopes that Bobby will be able to participate in the meeting. Okay, that's it for video number 2. And I hope that you'll come back in the next video, video number 3. We will read chapters 5 and 6.